I'm Michael Babcock, and this is Finlandia Fridays. Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. This week we have some big news, and before I introduce my guests, I'll just put that big news out there. I have accepted a job at another institution locally, so I will unfortunately be leaving Finlandia. But the good news is Finlandia Fridays will continue. We have our new co-hosts, Devin and Olivia. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so the big news here is Season 4 is returning of Finlandia Fridays. We've done more than 90 episodes now, and I'm really, really excited about where it's going because Devin and Olivia are very talented young professionals. They're going to come and do some really cool things with this. The season will be back on 99.3 The Lift, so every Friday morning you can listen to it there. You can always find it on our YouTube or Facebook channels as well. Before we go any further, though, I want to give a chance to let these two introduce themselves a little bit. We'll start with you, Devin. Talk a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm Devin. I am typically behind the camera. So I've been here for just about 10 months now, and I've had the pleasure of being behind the camera in all of Season 3, basically, for Finlandia Fridays. So I'm really excited to be in front of the camera and see how my interviewing skills go.
Excellent. And you may recognize Devin. One of his twins, Uper Devin. Yes. He's been a part of various things. We've seen him around, and I don't think that'll be part of what we're doing here at all with Finlandia Fridays.
No, he has his own separate thing.
Right.
This is Devin.
And there is some wonderful ski advice if you're interested. Also some fishing tips. So go check out that on YouTube or the show notes here, finlandia.edu/Friday. So the show notes will have that. And Olivia, talk a little about yourself.
Sure. So I'm Olivia Myers. I am the coordinator of external relations here at Finlandia, which means that I handle all things alumni relations. And we'll be taking over kind of some media relations in your absence. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a lot of fun being here for the last about 14 months or so, just over a year. I've done a lot of really fun things with alumni and look forward to adding this to my list of things to do each week.
Right, and if Olivia's voice sounds familiar to you, it should. That means you are a subscriber to the Finlandia Podcast Network. We have 4 podcasts on our network, and Olivia runs our alumni podcast, which is very exciting. We'll get back into that in a minute. But one of the things I want to talk about this summer that we've been doing is, or that we did, is Giving Day. And Olivia, you ran that whole festivities. It was a full day of activity. It was a lot of fun. For those who haven't checked it out, go to our Facebook page, watch some of the old videos. Same with our Instagram. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. Olivia, talk a little bit about that day.
So the Finlandia Alumni Board decided that they wanted to raise some money and give it back to the students, and they decided to do a Giving Day, which was a little bit longer than a day. It was 28 hours, and we worked really hard, had a lot of donors come in, made it a really fun day, raised just under $9,000, all of which will be going back to students in the form of the Finlandia Alumni Association Textbook Award, which is a $250 gift card to Northwind Books. So if there's a student out there who is interested in applying for that, you can find that information on our website. And we have 35 of those $250 gift certificates to hand out. So we currently have about a quarter of our student population who has applied.
That's wonderful.
I would love to have even more and just give out those 35 gift certificates.
Right, it's a big opportunity. Thank you to all the everybody, the alumni, the friends who donated. It was really it meant a lot seeing all those donations come in like they did. So thank you guys for that. Another thing we're doing this summer, Devin, I know you went to Bridgefest.
Yes.
Talk a little about that and where you're going to be next.
Yeah, that was my first Bridgefest, and it was quite the experience. I mean, that was both towns just coming together, all the candy throwing. So we had the parade, candy throwing, and then we had a nice booth set up. Really got to interact with the community. I thought it was a great opportunity.
Excellent.
To reach out.
And Bridgefest is such a magical event every year. It's really cool. And the other magical event that you guys are going to be at is this weekend. An event that's near and dear to me is Canal Run.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about where we'll find you this weekend.
Yeah, we'll be at Canal Run. Got another booth set up, cheering on the runners. Everybody participating out in the community. And
that'll be Friday night right in front of the Finnish American Heritage Center. So that'll be a good time. Olivia, I do want to give you a chance here to do a shout out to your podcast too. Tell us a little bit what that podcast is, when it comes out, what people can expect from it.
So we have the Leading the Pride alumni podcast, which comes out monthly, and we identify amazing alumni who have gone on to do really incredible things in their career. It comes out normally the beginning of each month. Our next guest will be Joan Treppa. She is an author and a social rights advocate, and she has just an incredible story of helping some people from the Montville 6 case, which is a really famous case down in Wisconsin, where these 6 men were convicted of murdering a coworker. And she has helped through her research and novels, has helped these men kind of find their freedom and prove their innocence. So really incredible alumni that we'll be focusing on this month.
Awesome, and that's part of the Finlandia Podcast Network. And we're going to kind of finish up the show. I'll talk a little bit about a few of my favorite things, and you guys feel free to interject wherever you can. I know usually I don't get too much of a ranty thing that I do, but a few of my favorite memories from the time here with Finlandia Fridays. We've done over 90 episodes, which is a ton. And I think some of the memories I'll have that have been best is some of the more famous people we've had on. Mm-hmm. And nothing too crazy, but some of these people have a lot of followers on Instagram, like Lindy Vanderplug. I mean, she is the person who does the GIFs the best. Mm-hmm. The GIF who keeps giving, is that what it was? That's how we decided.
GIF.
Yeah, Finlandia Fridays is officially a GIF over GIF podcast after having Olivia on and have her explain what she did there. And then Ante Holma, you guys weren't here for Ante Holma when he was here. But you should definitely, if you haven't had a chance to listen to that one, he is a famous Finnish actor. And when he was here a couple of years ago, it was really cool. We had all of our Finnish students, which at that point we had like 12. Every semester is a different month. We had like 12 here on campus, and they all gathered around him in a big circle, and they were just like, as a group, they were just smitten with him. They were just like, oh my God. And he came up here and did a little show in Finland, but it was really fun to have him on the podcast here. And same with Jonathan Rudman, a Lutheran musician who is a good friend of Finlandia University. He was on. That was really cool to have on. So those are always fun. And what's even more fun than that is the student stories. And you guys have seen quite a bit of those over the years. When I think back to the 3 seasons we did, we had some really cool stories on. One of them was C.R. Miners. She was somebody who is a hockey player here, and she also was a nursing student. And it was cool to see her tell her story about how this school allowed her to be a nurse and a student athlete at the same time. Most schools have really struggled with that because nursing is such a demanding degree. But it was nice to see her success there. And Christopher Dennis, he came on twice. So before he graduated and then after he graduated, talked about his first job. And that was really neat to see his story there. Another one is Haley Johnson. She talked a little bit about the program she did with Claudia Joachim before she graduated. So that was really neat. Another one is Laura Kent. She was always a favorite. Came in here. She was in the cover of our bridge a couple of years ago, but her nursing story was really neat. And then all the art students. I mean, you guys remember some of the art students we had come on over the years, and it's so fun to watch them. It's fun to watch them progress through their career here, but it was fun to watch them talk about their art like they usually don't get a chance to. So it's been a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And one thing I want to do too before I go is just give a shout out to all the people who made this possible. Walker Enstad was on our first season. He made the set basically that you see here, the sauna set, as some people call it, which I appreciate. He did a lot of work there, and Brad Badette was really instrumental from the very beginning to make this all possible. So really thankful for him, as well as the support we received from Karen Van Dyke and others here at the university to make this all possible. And of course, a shout out to Monica Freeman. She did 2 years of interning for us. Did some incredible work. They both, Walker and Monica, set the bar quite high for Julia, who'll be coming in and working with you guys this next semester. And then, of course, thanks to Bree Gorman, who's been behind the camera the last year as well. She is also leaving the Finlandia family, so it'll be too bad to see her go. But this crew did a lot of good things, and it's been a lot of fun to share the stories of Finlandia. So it'll be exciting to see where it goes to next with you guys here.
Yeah.
We're excited.
High bar to reach.
That it is.
I like it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
And we'll see you
next fall.